Hey guys, Tenji here. We all love Chernogorsk, so I thought that today I would set out on a journey to live in Chernogorsk for 7 days. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. As any survivor should, the first thing I did was made my way over to a well. Before I drank from the well, I decided to go and check the Humvee just up the road here, and had a little encounter with two survivors. They didn't look too friendly, so I decided that I would just turn around and go drink and keep moving. While looting this barn, I found some metal wire. I decided that it was probably better to just stash it for now. With only 40 slots to work with, I just didn't really have room to carry it yet. Made my way over to the hunting cabins, where I ended up finding a 4-dial, which is pretty huge, and as well as a hunting scope. And then took a little drink at the well here before moving on. So these apartments here are a favorite of mine for a bit more of a permanent stash until I can get a base down. I usually just find one of these little bathrooms and stash all my things here in the bathtub. While I was out looting around, I stumbled upon a wooden crate, just kind of sitting on the ground. So decided to take that back and move it over to the apartment. Came across a guy while I was moving the crate. I didn't really have any good weapons at this moment, so just kind of proned up, let him pass, and then kept moving. Just kind of checking that the coast is clear before I move up here, and then as you can see, drop the crate in the bathtub. And after kind of sorting all the loot, figuring out what I want to keep safe for now, head back out to do some more looting. While I was in the area, this is pretty close to the apartments here, I came across all these crates. Those will come back pretty handy later. Then I went and grabbed that metal wire I stashed earlier and brought it back to the apartment. While on my way to the apartment, I ended up finding a handsaw, as well as a lockpick, so that I could keep that little apartment room a bit more safe for now. Found another 4-dial, not really that useful at this moment. And I logged out for a bit, take a little break. Found what I consider to be my first real weapon here sitting in this house. Got a CR with a mag in it. So refilled that mag and loaded her all up. Found my hatchet here. Here I am just making my way back up to the apartment. Go stash that hatchet. Looting back through these garages, found a hacksaw. Takes up a bit less space than a handsaw. Looting through the military here, got a little USG mag. And a ballistic helmet, which is pretty huge in the spawn towns. Made my way over to the PD, looting through a little bit. Got myself a little pump. Found myself a PU scope sitting here. Not going to be very useful for a while, but yeah, it is something. Next, my way up to this PD here, just a bit north of that hunting shop. And finally got myself a stab vest. Now that I'm a bit more armored up, I made my way over to the airfield. Stopped at Belota for a second here. Got a drink from the well. I believe I'm headed to the prison at the moment. Heard a heli crash off in the distance, but I wasn't really sure yet about the boundaries and how far I wanted to go. So I decided to just head on over to Komarovo, I believe is the name. I'll have to check that. Hit the PD real quick. I don't think I really found anything, so I just kept making my way over down to the prison. Stashed some loot here before I headed over. I just took a little swim. And sadly found out that somebody was indeed basing at the prison. So we wouldn't be making too many loot runs out here in the future. Just not really worth. Can't really get pioneers or anything if you only have these barracks. But I did end up finding one of the new camo helmets, so that was pretty sweet. And after that, just decided to start heading back towards Cherno. So I just double checked the name on iSurvive here, and it is indeed Komarovo. So here I am hitting up the industrial just south of the town. Didn't find much. Got some aviators, you know. And here I am back in Belota, where we pick up a farming hoe to use as a dig tool. Here I am at the northern military tents, just a bit east of the airfield. Ended up finding a USG, which is huge. Already had a mag for it and everything. So I now have my short range on lock. So a good little start here, and that'll be the end of day one. So starting us off on day 2 here, we're going on an industrial run. Hopefully be able to find all of the base building supplies that we will need so we can get that base built today. As you saw, just found some pliers, which is huge. Get a gate down with that. Ended up seeing this guy sneaking around. Didn't really think it was worth it, so I just kept on looting. Ended up finding a battery for my little red dot here. Pretty nice. Then I made my way over to the well where we started out on day 1. Just get my water up even more. Here we are at the military here. Didn't find anything good. Went over to this guard shack and ended up getting myself a suppressor for the USG, which is pretty huge. And I found my first box of nails here sitting in this garage, which is absolutely massive. Ended up finding an even better CR. So now I have a pristine CR, which is always great. And I made my way back up to the apartment to kind of stash and figure out, you know, what's going on, what do I need. Logged out for a little bit here, take a little break. Ended up finding a press vest while scouting for where I wanted to build my base at, which is absolutely huge. So I do believe at this moment we have all of the supplies necessary to get this base going. So you can see here I'm making a fence kit, and I'm going to go figure out exactly where to set it up. Chose one of these yellow apartment buildings. I think they're a great base spot for the towns. Headed back to stash so I could get all my supplies that I would need, and then made my way back. Dropped everything on the ground here just in case, you know, it went south while I was out gathering wood. And I started chopping. Planned the next gate there. Just I always like to do it ahead of time. Here I am making my way back to the apartment, figure out what I want to take. And I brought a hatchet over to these crates we found earlier and started breaking all of them down, get those nails, and bring them back to base. Stopped to cook my food. Red hunger, you know, never good. And then just depoted everything that I brought from our stash, put it in the base, and now it's all secure. Ended up finding a box of nails in this hunting shop. Never found that before. Yeah, that's a first for me. Found an extra mag for our USG at the airfield there, pretty huge. Stopped at this little house north of Balota and ended up finding a hunting scope. The ones that I had found on day one had despawned at this point. And cook some more food. Got myself a 3-dial here sitting in this garage, so we can and some wire that I could turn into metal wire using the pliers. So that would allow me to get us a additional gate down. Looted the PD, didn't really find anything. Heard some shots popping off, so I went to investigate. Caught a little glimpse of a dude right there, so I decided to move uphill, see if I could get a good spot on him. I probably should have pulled out my sniper around this point. Took some little pot shots right there and then switched to my sniper. I think I hit him with my first shot. So when I slowed down the footage, it looked like it was a pretty good lineup. So I'm pretty sure that he ran off to go bandage. After that gunfight, made my way back up to the hunting cabins and ended up finding myself a hunter backpack, pretty huge upgrade. And I got one gun cleaning kit there, and a second gun cleaning kit right next to it. Pretty crazy luck right there. So I maintained everything, Got all my stuff to warn status. And on my way back to the base, I stopped by those crates because there were still a couple left, and I picked one up to bring back for some more storage. So after depoting some stuff, headed back out. Ended up getting attacked by a prisoner zombie, and I didn't know a convoy, or a police crash, you know, whatever you want to call it, spawned here, so I was pretty surprised, but pleasant surprise for sure. And while looting through this police event, ended up finding a pristine Pioneer, which is pretty massive, especially since I couldn't get into the prison. So, 2 gates secure right there, just kind of making sure you can't jump over or anything. So, with that gate built, the next one planned, logged out, and that'll do it for day 2. Starting off day 3 here, I'm heading out to these woods, kind of north, a bit west of the base, just to gather up some planks. You know, they're always good to have around, as well as obviously for building more storage, which is what I believe these planks in specific are going to be used for. Found some wire there. Can use that for our next gate. Got another gun cleaning kit. And here I am arriving at the airfield. Found a dead guy here on the ground. He was pretty geared. He must have just died to zombies, is kind of what my thought process is. Had almost a full box of nails on him. Got a bison mag, which is obviously pretty huge. Here I am at Komarovo, just kind of, you know, gateway to the prison. We're going to stop by the PD real quick to see if there's anything good. I don't think there was. I just kept hiking on over to the prison. So I did say earlier that we wouldn't be making very many runs out here, and I definitely didn't make as many as I'd hoped when I started this journey. But there's still a chance of an SK spawning in those barracks, so it's definitely worth, you know, a look. Ended up finding a shovel. It just takes up less space than the farming hoe we have, so. And after that, loot around, didn't really find anything, so just started heading back to Chernogorsk. Came across a convoy on my way out. It'd been recently looted. There were still dead zombies, so I'm figuring it was the base owner at the prison. Here I am at Komarovo Industrial. Just doing a quick check through. Usually not too many, not very many spawn points in there. Usually won't find anything good. we are back at Cherno. So just making my way to base here, going depot. You know how it goes. Get that loot secure. Took a quick stop at the PD, just next to base, hoping for an SSG, and I did find one. And found an FX-45 sitting here on the ground. So obviously some geared player, or maybe the prison base owner, somebody. Then I made my way over to the industrial, and this is the point when I basically began crafting a ghillie suit. Just kind of one of the goals I wanted to accomplish over the 7 days. Found some wire there, box of nails, always huge, and then made my way up to the military here. Ended up finding a pristine SGK5. SG5K, something like that. Ended up climbing up one of these, you know, death towers. Go get me a box of nails. Really fucking hated that. And got myself another 3-dial, so I'd be good to get ourselves a third gate built, which is always huge. Got another box of nails. And here we are back at base. Just getting ready to build that next gate here. So, now that the base is more secure, I'm going to have to do some more looting. Got a USG mag here. And it buys a mag over here. And another USG mag, always huge. Heard a shot coming from around where we had our apartment stash. Just checking the garages here, see if anybody's looting around. Started flanking, trying to make my way up to that hill just behind the apartments. While making my way over there, I fell through the map. I don't know if this has ever happened to me, maybe once or twice. Pretty annoying. Definitely never happened to me during a PvP situation. So I scrambled around for a bit, hit a quick log that'll usually get you back up on the ground. And then you usually have to roll around and fuck around for a little bit, but nothing was doing. Eventually just had to, you know, say it is what it is and relog and keep looking for these guys. So right there, I'm not sure it would have helped too much, but my gun would not reload. I was holding the reload button, it just wouldn't reload. It happens sometimes, it's pretty annoying. So, spawned back in, blew myself up on accident. Shot myself. Met some
So,
people.
dude.
Your name looks like familiar, bro.
Got beat to death over a mistaken identity. And respawned. Figured I'd call it there for the night. Not sure where I spawned at, but that'll do it for day 3.
Come out with your cock in your hands, or I'm gonna fucking touch you. Oh shit! It's 2 guys! Demon, no! Demon! Oh shit! Hey guys! Hey, we're gonna come in. It's real cold out here. Please don't kill us. Hey, I have
Oh,
medicine.
fuck, they have guns!
Oh shit!
Fuck! Oh no! Did you shoot? Did you kill my friends? You bastard! Why is he aiming his? Why? If your buddy, like this guy's scaring me here.
They're pretty new.
Can he stop
I'm
pointing a
not.
gun at him? So yeah, me and my buddies got killed by a, well, a piece of shit in my opinion. A little too geared for a spawn town. But I ended up in Electro. Tried to rob this guy. Well, I did rob this guy, but it kind of cost me in the long run. Hello. I just need your food.
Okay.
I'm gonna take your duct tape. You get my rope, and yeah.
How much of my food did you take?
Oh, all of it. Whatever. I mean, I need it. So.
I mean, you could have just asked for it. So.
And, well, yeah, Arthur Morgan there was probably right. I should have just asked. Because I ended up dead, but I ended up spawning in Cherno, so started making my way back over. Little drink at the well, as you do. Was hiding from this guy behind a bush, so I ran from him. And then just down the road, found this guy who would actually come back like 3 different times. I would run into this guy. So look out for Dayz nuts. She'll be around. Here's Dayz nuts. This is the second Dayz nuts encounter. He brought a buddy with him this time though. And here we are. Home sweet home. Made it back to base finally. So, got geared up, got my SG5 here, and I took a bit of a break once I got back. So after I got back, I went and cooked some food, so my hunger was getting low. Here we are at the airfield, once again. Nice little SG5 mag there, a little USG mag. Found this guy just sitting in a tree. He was pretty fucking geared. Ton of ammo and stuff like that on him. His weapons were not very good. Definitely a more geared fresh spawn. Made my way over to the military tents there. Didn't find anything good. Made my way to the PD. Didn't find anything good, so I made my way back to base. And depot all the stuff I got off of that guy, plus those mags that we found. Found this guy squatting in my house, wouldn't cough up rent, had to evict him. It is what it is. So my water was getting low, as you can see it's on red right there. Took a stop at the well. Then I made my way back over to Prigorki. I call it Prigorki. Found a detonator there, and here is another burlap sack. And a 3-dial, so we can start working on that 4th gate. Little helmet upgrade, one of the new camo helmets. Then climbed up another death tower here to get myself a wire, so I could start working on that 4th gate. But I just so happened to find another one a little bit later. Another box of nails, another burlap sack, always huge. You know, I just love me some sack, you know what I'm talking about. SG5 mag there, SG5, a little backup, bring that back to base. And here we are at base. A quick depot, and then head back out there. And I already had some planks sitting around. So all I had to do was go out and get those logs, and I got us our 4th gate down. Always good to end a day with getting your base a bit more secure, so that is where we will leave day 4. So day 5 is a pretty long one. Ended up getting a lot done on day 5. I think I played for 8 hours or something. Pretty sure it was a weekend, you know. So first thing, found a 4-dial right off the bat. And not even a minute later, I found another 4-dial. Obviously my water's red, so I need to get to the well. But on my way to the well, ran into another player. Didn't really feel like taking the risk, as I had 2 4-dials on me, and I could go and slap those on right now and make my base that much more secure. So that's exactly what I did. Went straight back to base and got those 4-dials on. So with those 4-dials on, I was feeling a bit more safe to be wandering about, looting, doing whatever. But I just so happened to go and find another 4-dial. So, still need to make my way to the well. My health had gone down to 3/4 now, so pretty necessary. I lost a lot of footage. I just forgot to record. But there was another heli crash at that spot from day 2, I believe. It was either day 2 or day 1. So I decided, you know, it's not that far from the coast, so I'll go and loot it. For that, I made my way to Komarovo. Found myself another burlap sack, making that 4 out of 10 on the ghillie suit. And found an industrial train spawn here at Komarovo. Inside sea chest barrel, huge, but a Mosin, very huge. But you know what's better than 1 Mosin? 2 Mosins. Oh yeah, buddy. So I stashed some stuff in that sea chest that, you know, I might want to come back for later. And I started walking this barrel over to base. It was about an hour-long walk, I think 40 minutes, something like that. Pretty long walk, man. Stopped at the well, got a little drink, you know, a little pit stop along the way, and I kept walking. And walking some more, Passing below the airfield here. And finally got back to Cherno. Here we are approaching base. A little yellow apartment right there. And bringing it on up. So while I always could have just built 3 more wooden crates, you know, I think it's pretty cool that I ended up getting a barrel out here in a spawn town to my little spawn town base. So I think it was worth it. Cooked up some food. Got myself a little gas stove for the base. Super nice, super convenient. Doesn't take up any storage slots either. Finally found myself a water bottle, man. I'd been drinking out of my hands since I spawned on this character. Got another burlap sack. And got to test out my my new water bottle on the well here. Got another burlap sack. Making really good progress on that ghillie suit. Popped in this little guard shack here, got a bit of ammo, and mainly got another gun cleaning kit. Massive. Some more nails there. I'm absolutely drowning in nails at this point. And 2 netting, pretty much back to back. So, half of what I need for the ghillie suit. Got myself a helmet. Made some room for it right there. And take it back to base, you know. Even more nails. Like I said, I'm drowning in nails at this point. Got a pristine bison. First bison of the journey here. Another burlap sack. Making crazy progress on the ghillie suit at this point. As I said, another burlap sack. So yeah, day 5 was very loot heavy. We got a ton of loot on day 5 here. And another burlap sack. I think that puts us close to around 10. I'll have to count it up as I go back over the footage here. So after getting all that loot, I made my way back to base. So right here, I had a bit too ambitious of a plan. I wanted to block off the courtyard area, kind of inside all the apartments. You know, I'm just kind of sorting over some loot. I was fucking with my settings for a little while too. Just heading back out here. Quick pit stop at the well. Keep those stats up. And back to the airfield once again. But this time, got a convoy spawn. Didn't really find anything good, no weapons, probably looted already. But I did find a extra helmet and a ghillie wrap. So, no complaints. Didn't really find anything in the airfield, so I just kept moving on. Here I am up at the military. Also, don't believe I found anything good here. Actually, we found a little SG5. That's not bad. I don't think I ended up taking it. And another stop at the well. Just keeping that water topped off. Stopped by this bus stop. A very good place to look for food. As you can see here, there's 2 pieces there. I think there were some other pieces further down as well. And here, on my way back to base, I had an encounter with 2 players who looked pretty geared. just because I was so loaded down with loot at this point, I just figured I should, you know, head back to base. Not really worth the engagement. So in a second here you'll see, once I got back to base, I started organizing. Here is all the loot. I was working on the ammo crate. So after I was done at base, I made my way over to Chernogorsk. Ended up finding another netting, putting us at 3 out of 4 on the ghillie suit, and finding our final necessary piece of burlap. Got another box of nails. Shot a goat over here. Didn't even know that they could spawn here, but you know, I'll take it. Looting this little guard shack. Ended up finding another bison. So at this point, I wasn't really sure how many I needed. This would be 11 out of 10, but you know. Ended up finding another bison, another pristine bison, over at the Chernogorsk tents. So with that, made my way back to base. 2 boxes of nails, 2 bisons, you know, definitely worth a depot. So here's a bit of a sneak peek at the loot. At this point, I had organized everything pretty thoroughly, so you can see we are definitely very geared, you know. Just cooking up that goat on my handy little stove, and then make my way back over to those woods right next to base. Go get some more planks. So after filling up, getting all 30 planks that I could hold, brought them back to base, where I believe I turned them into some more crates. Just get me an extra 200 storage slots, as I was getting pretty full in base. So after getting all my storage organized and where I wanted it, I logged out and called it for day 5. So for day 6, we're starting off pretty similar to day 5, with a code lock right off the bat. So ran up, depoted that, right next to base, might as well. Found a little Mark II here. I'm carrying one right now, a zombie killer, you know. Found an extra box of nails, and went over to the airfield. Didn't find anything good up in the airfield, so headed up to the military tents north of Cherno. And right here, I didn't see this when I was playing, but there was a Humvee or something, some kind of car driving right there. So went over to the tents, looted them. Wasn't much. I think there was like a dead freshie sitting in there. Do a quick pit stop at the well. Found another box of nails. And headed back to base. Depot all the goodies. I'll just lock and base up right here. Nice little lock pick. Heading out. It's now nighttime. And so, day 6 here, there wasn't really much to do. I mean, you saw the base. I mean, I'm looted, you know, bro. I got bullets, I got guns, I got everything. So I headed over to this industrial building and just kind of sat up here, hanging around, sniping, you know, looking for some players. Hopefully not freshies, or full freshies, you know. There were some zombie spawns over here, so I was kind of just waiting for a player, and he did show up. It's pretty slow on getting my shot off here. Oh, lined up the shot, and you can kind of see his body that's scooting down the ladder right there. So I was hanging out for a bit, didn't want to go loot straight away in case anybody heard the shot. I saw 2 players running through the military tents right there. Hung around for a bit, you know, just kind of looking for them, but I did not see them again. So eventually, I just headed on down the tower and went and looted that first kill, I guess the only kill. And as I had feared may have been the case, this guy was fresh, dude. This guy was fresh. Still had a spawn apple. So I went looking for those players and ended up finding a car parked here next to this apartment. So I went up to investigate. I got shot at. Didn't really expect that. I probably should have, but I tried talking to the guy. Didn't say anything back. Went over here to this office building, try and hold an angle for a bit. Nothing was happening. So I started making my way up towards the hunting cabins when I realized that this hill gave me a perfect angle on the apartment. And then I whiffed the easiest shot, dude. The easiest shot. Straight whiffed it. And as this guy's buddy showed up, boom. Got clipped somewhere off to the left. There was a third. That's what it is. Spawned in Electro. Pretty close. I ended up finding a 4-dial sitting in this shed here. And then the third and final These Nuts encounter right here. But that'll do it for day 6. I just didn't really feel like running back to Cherno, so we'll pick up on day 7. So day 7 is real short and sweet, no grand finale or nothing. Pretty much just running back to Cherno just to get to the base and craft that ghillie suit, because I still haven't done that yet. So looting through the PD here at Electro, hitting up the well, as you do. Got some weapons, I got some armor. Right here, I ran into a truck. So, pretty strange seeing that truck out here in the spawn town. I think there might be a clan trying to move into Cherno. Just because with that Humvee, that car, and now a truck heading towards Cherno. As you can see here, it's leaving the gas station. Heading straight over towards Cherno. Found another 4-dial. In this barn, kind of along that road, heading to Cherno. Found some dead freshies here on this bridge, some jumpers. Gave me enough food to make sure I could definitely get to base. So that was pretty nice. Stopped over at the hunting cabins. Ended up finding another gun cleaning kit, always massive. Stopped by the spot where I died on day 6, just to, you know, take a little look. And then I kept moving. Found a little spot here on this cliff, pretty close to base at this point. I think I logged out for a bit and just kind of, you know, chilled out. Then I made the final little push over to base. Here I am, coming in the back door. Breaking down that door with a hatchet here, because I did not find a lockpick on the way. And here we are inside base. So yeah, another little look at just kind of the loot. You know, we got some armor and helmets and all sorts of good stuff. And finally, crafting that coveted ghillie suit. Put it on there, looking real fancy dancy. Not sure where I got the netting from. The 4th netting. I must have just missed the footage. But anyways, I gathered up all my best loot, base building supplies, stuff like that. The plan was to use this base as a jump-off point for an adventure with the guys I gave my base to in the last video. I don't think that'll be happening anymore, but that's the end of day 7. Hey guys, so before I close the video out here, just kind of wanted to go over all the loot that we gathered over the 7 days. I'm recording this on April 8th. Day 7 of the adventure was recorded on March 26th. So it's been almost 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks or over, a little bit over. And the base is still standing. All the loot's still here, you know. So just thought I'd kind of show that this is a good strategy. If you want to do this, you can build a base in the spawn town. If you keep it well hidden, you can stock it up with basic supplies to kind of keep yourself a jump-off point to move further into the map. Well guys, I hope you had fun watching. I know I had a lot of fun recording this video for you. The next video will hopefully be a trio run with the people I gave my base away to in the last video, and that'll hopefully be out in the next week or two. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.